question to you, dear viewer. Which country is influencing Europe most at the moment? If you guessed USA or Russia, you are right, as both have their role in Europe's recent rearmament. But there has always been a third influence: China. Chinese electric cars have been flocking to Europe's markets in recent years like there is no tomorrow, putting local production out of business and bringing Europe's growth at risk. You may wonder, why am I talking about China if the video is about another country? A country most well known for its wine and awkward traditions. The answer might surprise you, as these countries have something very important in common that might make or break Europe in one day. Welcome to the World Event Chronicle, where we'll be giving you information about the world. We'll do it fast and straight so that you won't waste any time. Spain's location is exceptional. Sitting at the western end of Europe, with coastlines on both the Mediterranean and Atlantic, it controls access to one of the world's most vital choke points, the Strait of Gibraltar. Every day, over 300 ships pass through this narrow strip, carrying energy, trade, and military assets between continents. And who guards this route? Spain, in cooperation with NATO and its American allies in Rota. Add the Canary Islands, a strategic chain in the Atlantic close to West Africa. Add Ceuta and Melilla, two enclaves on the African continent. Suddenly, Spain is no longer a European backwater. It's a gatekeeper, a connector. No EU nation is better positioned to link Europe, Africa, and Latin America. And here is the part where we come back to China. China has been dumping Europe's car markets with its cheap electric cars. This is possible because of rare earth minerals that China has, precisely the lithium batteries. But you know what? Spain has it too, and not in some small quantities, but enough to supply Europe's dying car industries. In addition to that, Spain has tungsten, cobalt, and nickel scattered across the Iberian Peninsula and even natural gas reserves, largely untapped in places like the Basque region. And speaking of natural gas, here is yet another key bonus for Spain when it comes to geography. Morocco and Nigeria are collaborating on the Nigeria-Morocco-Europe gas pipeline, a monumental project spanning approximately 5,600 kilometers. This pipeline is designed to transport up to 3 billion cubic feet of natural gas per day from Nigeria through 13 West African countries to Morocco, and eventually to Europe via existing connections in Spain. A colossal megastructure that would completely halt any need for Russian gas in Europe and would once again put Spain in a geographical power position. One might ask, if Spain has both the rare earths and the geography on its side, what's the problem? Why hasn't Spain exploited its minerals and gas? The answer is simple yet complicated. It's the people. You see, despite Spain being almost 70% empty, and some places having human density that of a Lapland in the far north, Spanish people are very environmentally protective. Many Spaniards resist large-scale extraction projects, even when the economy faces challenges like high unemployment, stagnant wages, and regional disparities. There is a serious fear of water pollution, ecosystem damage, and destruction of landscapes, particularly in areas dependent on farming, wine production, and tourism. Many Spanish citizens distrust both Madrid and multinational companies, fearing corruption, lack of long-term benefit for locals, and exploitation by foreign actors. The list of the reasons could go on, but the fact is that Spaniards believe that wealth won't stay in their communities. Spain fears becoming the Nauru of Europe, a place that sold its earth, only to find the riches were fleeting and the scars permanent. All of this is fair and square with the people of Spain, but what if Spain was to exploit its resources? Could Spain surpass China as the main car export market to Europe, and also become the top gas exporter to Europe? To answer this, we need to first look at the reality. Spain is currently the second largest car producer after Germany. It produces cars for global brands like Volkswagen, Stellantis, Ford, Mercedes-Benz, and Renault, and is a massive exporter, with over 80% of cars produced in Spain exported abroad. Furthermore, Spain has already started to produce Chinese cars in its territories. Chery, a Chinese car brand, announced that its newly acquired Barcelona plant will become one of its principal export hubs globally, aiming to produce a staggering 150,000 vehicles annually by 2029. If Spain were to start mining its lithium, it could feed a domestic EV battery supply chain, something China currently dominates. This could give local brands some breathing space if Spain would decide to sell and manufacture EV battery components to local brands. But whether Spain would decide to help local brands or to cooperate with the Chinese remains to be seen. The matter is different when it comes to gas, however. Spain has long had pipelines with Algeria and Morocco, and even as of now the Algerian-Moroccan-Spanish pipe is closed. Another pipeline, Algeria-Spain, runs in full capacity and can transport up to 10 billion cubic meters of gas per year. Spain would also need to build better pipeline infrastructure with France, since right now its links are very weak, leaving Spain with limited capacity to share its energy with Europe. However, if Spain were to extract its own gas, it would have a significant impact on Europe's gas reserves nevertheless, as Spain has a lot of gas terminals. Spain has a potential to become Europe's energy valve, but how exactly Spain uses its reserves and whether the world even needs gas in 10 or more years remains to be seen. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, consider liking and subscribing, as I promise you that with each member on board, the quality of the content I produce for you gets better every day. See you soon.